We still have some difficulties. They are directly concerned or connected with the Nairobi link. Thank you very much.
Ik heb geen mooi t-shirt aan, ja wel. Deze jongen maar wel.
Doei! Nou goed, die speelt je daar. Goed, die leidt een telefoon heen, hè, maar
Crunch. Zo. Hij staat in zijn voeten te filmen.
Zie je niet? Oh ja, loopt nog. Fuck. Ja.
By letting you know statements that have been made already, and well, more than over time, to try to get the link together. May I ask, please, Lee Felsenstein and Michael Polman to come to me at the table? En kan ik iemand van de buik vragen, of een van de zogenaamde hektikkertjes, hallo, om een glas, om deze waterkan te vullen? I will start about their position in what we are going to discuss today. The subject of our link with Nairobi, what we wanted to discuss with the people from the African Council on Communication Education was can computers be used in the so-called third world, which henceforth I would like to call the South. Is it possible to use computers in a way that is appropriate to the needs, to the real needs of third world communities? Statistic about this idea. I am now going to pass first the statement from Nairobi.
Zeg je? Veel te donker.
Nee, ik zie nou wel wat. Oh, dit is een mesje wel. Een muts met huis op.
That will be distributed also. Is there someone else who would like to volunteer for that round, please? I suggest you take now a few minutes.
Oh, je had hem verwacht. Ik loop weer door het beeld.
Ja, natuurlijk.
It was 50 million people, roughly the same malnourished present-day Peru.
ik weet niet, ik geloof...
That there are more hackers in the south than over here, question mark. For hackers, so you're not really hacking.
and they just said, well, we don't. I managed to get them to close one hole, and that was it. In 8 months, I managed to get them to close one hole, which is basically because everybody was using their telephone systems in the States. But I wrote 5 reports, and basically I had them torn up in front of my face. That's the attitude they take. Unfortunately, they've done a bunch of me hacking since I left them, which was... I wouldn't take no for an answer. My reference to City Hall were okay, but until they actually check, was he a troublemaker or not, I get the jobs, and then as soon as they say, really City Hall say, was he a troublemaker, City Hall say, I normally go to that 3 or 4 a week. But, I'm still alive, just...
And your responsibility?
No, they just sort of don't work together, sort of.
Is this a widespread attitude?
Ich erinnere mich, ja. Hey, Moment.
Als man sich reingelegt hat, ist es mein Hölzchen. Ich habe ein kleines
Voilà, ausgebaut und Padelun.
Wat een modem is het? Sorry, I have to finish something.
Okay, now for the fun. We have we now embark upon a process for the adoption of a declaration of the IATCA, E9. We will see text on the screen which magically scrolls up as we read portions of it. Now, portions, we're going to read the whole thing, a portion at a time. We're going to read a few portions, and we're going to ask for some comments from the floor. What we've got is a lot of, I don't remember how many entries. Can you look at the last number? 18. Only 18? There's A, B's, and C's within them, too. Yeah.
25. Well, a lot of A, B, C, and D, but no one.
Well, who knows? Maybe about 26 entries. And some of them are declarations and some of them are not.
Statements.
But let's go through them. And I'm going to be the moderator or the Toastmaster or whatever. And but we will pass them along around here and read them in turn so it doesn't get into a droning legislative effect. So who will start first? Let's have the trees start, since I had a chance to read something.
So we will start with the first 11 articles here, all A's and B's, which are on the preliminary but edited draft. It starts like this. May I have your attention, please? We, planetary citizens and participants in person or in electronic spirit to the fora and activities of the Galactic Hacker Party and ICATA 89 in Amsterdam. Having confronted during 3 days our ideas, experiences, hopes and aims for the future, and deeply disturbed by the prospects of an information technology let loose by economic and political actors without democratic control and effective popular participation, have resolved that 1. The free and unfettered flow of information is an essential part of our fundamental liberties and shall be upheld in all circumstances. Information technology shall be open to all. No political, economic or technical consideration shall be allowed to impede to this right. 2. Government shall be fully accessible to all people at all times. Information technology shall enhance the scope of this right and not reduce it. 3. Communication shall safeguard nature against the evil of commercial human overpopulation. 10. All regular and conventional information channels shall be subverted by means of the meta-realistical twist and shift of the factual reality in order to produce chaos, waste and noise, which in their turn are deemed to be the carriers of information.
And it should be legalized.
11. The freedom of the press applies unabridged to such techno-anarchistic publications as appear from time to time to liberate the people from the tyranny of man and machine and system.
We now begin the contributions. Contributions to the first draft. Contributions to the first draft. We'll move over to Michael first. Then we got an alternate suggestion for a short form declaration, but we'll read that later.
Okay, there are some contributions to the first draft from workshops and debates during the CAT 89 conference in Paris. 12A. We demand that the lifespan of computers should be extended through upgrading. For example, companies should guarantee their computers for 10 years. 12B. We demand laws classifying discarded computers as toxic waste. That's 13A. There are practically no women to be found in the hacker environment. Women have limited access to computerization. It is the old phenomenon. The sexual division of labor puts women at work with word processors. 13B. New computer technology should be used to democratize work conditions. 14A. Difficulties encountered when trying to exchange data between 2 points in the universe is reciprocal proportional to the distance between those 2 points. Got that? Video linking with Moscow is considerably easier than exchanging files from our edit room to a central Unix system in the next room.
Be that resolved.
14B. The optimum number of hackers on a certain system is a curve. Either too little or too many hackers make a system insecure. Scientific studies have proven the latter situation is more fun. 14C. No matter how they oppose of us, phone companies always turn out to be the biggest sponsors of hackers' meetings. Desperately struggling to keep the general public uninformed, they unwillingly provided the infrastructure needed to break them. 14D. Murphy's Law, if anything can go wrong, it inevitably will, was probably first put into words by hackers. Do not count on gratitude from him when trying to organize a hacker event. 15. Hacking is curiosity and can turn into fascination. Once fascinated, the difference between being fascinated by the structure of the Secret Service and being fascinated by a computer system can disappear. But power play is no children's game. Hackers should realize that every person is responsible for the effects of his deeds. Hackers are no exception to this rule. They should realize that they can only trust themselves. Even if you do get involved with bigger systems, even secret services. 16. The real threat to an individual's way of life are those people and organizations that specialize in linking different data systems together. The more people that work in one and the same computer system, the less secure it gets and the less private these data will be. Technical barriers cannot solve the technical problems that come from people being human. Finish with that? 17. Technology should be used but not be trusted to the extent of subverting our action expectations to it. The computer is the embodiment of the paradox of accelerating time. Even the lightning speed of modern telecommunication can and will not erase time and distance, nor will the most advanced apparatus stop the hand of fate. It is an old wisdom that probably needs to be realized again with every technical revolution. 18. Information is deformation. All information channels deform the content of the data conveyed. No matter what kind of data and what kind of channel you take into account, it will not be able to transport a complete perception. Confusion is the usual result. Confusion is not a negative state of mind. The last line, data does need to be clear, concise, readable to create some kind of impact.
I skipped over 12, which I want to get back on the screen, because that's an alternate. So when you think of these, we have the general declaration, then we have the commentary, which we just have read, as a sort of a Talmud, and I have a suggestion here that for what I call a short form declaration, one that you can print on a little card and carry with you. That goes as follows. Whereas, democratic society is based upon the right of the people to access public information and the right to associate freely. And in recent years, technical structures developed to handle such information, recent structures have developed to handle such information which obscure accessibility to the information through complexity, and such technical structures also serve to isolate people and defeat their right of association. Therefore, we assert and declare: 1. The right to discover not only all public information, but also the functioning of the mechanisms by which this information is collected and processed. 2. The responsibility to avoid harm to others while exercising this right of discovery. And the right and responsibility to pass on knowledge and skills which serve to reveal the function of the information processing mechanisms while guarding strictly the confidentiality of information which has been entrusted or surrendered to such mechanisms by private parties. That's the 3-point. Now, how are we to consider this? We show us to try to reach a consensus. Mike, and take your pot shot.
I got a first draft by one person present on the table, and I tried to correct it, to make modifications. At the present, it seems to be very difficult to discuss your short proposition of 3 points and to discuss the 17 or 18 points you already read with all the commentary. But on the sheet I have some commentary. I don't know how you want to work it out, because it seems very difficult. But there are 2 or 3 points and really not agree on the first draft I hear. I don't know if I should shortly